Forgetting is not merely personal negligence. It is a betrayal of the countless voices and lives that have labored and fallen to preserve this home. To remember is to act. To honor the land is to uphold the values it embodies: resilience in adversity, courage in the face of danger, compassion for all who dwell within, and unwavering pride in heritage. Every sunrise over fields and cities is a reminder of this sacred duty. Every nightfall over mountains and seas whispers the same truth. This land has been entrusted to you. Protect it, love it, cherish it. The promise is not passive. It is an active living covenant that calls for vigilance, integrity, and relentless devotion. This pledge is both personal and collective. It is a solitary understanding within each heart and a shared bond among all who claim this land as home. It unites generations, binds citizens to a common purpose, and strengthens spirit. To remember home is to commit to the eternal responsibility of stewardship, to carry forward the legacy of courage and sacrifice, and to ensure that every moment, every breath, and every action reflects unwavering loyalty. A promise to the motherland is not symbolic. It is a compass, guiding decisions, shaping character, and inspiring purpose. It is a call to rise above fear, to act when duty demands, and to honor the infinite sacrifices that have paved the path to the present. It is a vow that echoes in every corner of the nation, resonating through every heart that understands the true meaning of belonging. Yad Reko, remember, act, protect, and serve. This is the promise, eternal and unbroken, to the land that gave life, identity, and purpose. To remember home is to remember where one comes from, to honor the roots that anchor life, and to draw strength from the legacy that has been passed down through generations. Roots are not visible like walls or roads, but they run deep, beneath the surface, holding the very essence of identity and purpose. They are forged in the soil of struggle, nourished by the sweat and sacrifices of those who came before, and strengthened by the enduring spirit of a people who refuse to yield. To embrace these roots is to embrace pride, a pride that is not boastful or fleeting, but steadfast, unshakable, and deeply intertwined with the land itself. Every home, every village, every city holds within it the echoes of countless lives. Ancestors who tilled the fields, defended the land, built communities, and nurtured traditions have left traces that cannot be erased. Their footsteps resonate in every path walked. Their voices whisper in every wind that sweeps across the plains, and their courage flows through every heart that carries the memory of home. To forget these roots is to cut oneself off from the very foundation of life. To honor them is to draw strength from an unbroken lineage of resilience, integrity, and courage. Roots are also the source of pride and shared history. They tell of battles fought not just with weapons, but with determination, unity, and unwavering conviction. They tell of lives devoted to the protection and prosperity of the land, of sacrifices made in silence, and of dreams nurtured for the generations yet to come. Pride in roots is not mere nostalgia. It is the recognition of the enduring spirit that has carried a people through storms, trials, and the tests of time. It is a living, breathing connection to the struggles, triumphs, and values that define a nation. To remember one's roots is to acknowledge the land's role in shaping identity. Every river that winds through fertile fields, every mountain that pierces the sky, every street where laughter and toil mingle is part of a story larger than any one life. These are the roots that teach patience, courage, and loyalty. They are the roots that remind each soul that home is sacred, not merely as a place to live, but as a legacy to honor, a responsibility to uphold, and a source of infinite pride. Pride in roots also carries responsibility. It demands vigilance and action. It demands respect for the land, for the people, and for the values that have endured across centuries. To honor roots is to protect them, to nurture the communities that grow from them, and to ensure that the spirit of home remains unbroken, untainted, and eternal. It is a reminder that identity is not just inherited. It is earned, preserved, and carried forward with dignity and courage. In every heartbeat that resonates with memory, pride in roots finds its voice. It whispers courage when fear threatens, fortitude when challenges rise, and clarity when purpose wavers. To remember roots is to stand firm, guided by the knowledge that one is part of a living story, a story that began long before, continues now, and will endure far beyond. It is the recognition that pride in roots is a wellspring of strength, the compass of values, and the foundation of unwavering love for home, heritage, and nation. The sea does not speak in words, yet its voice is unmistakable, commanding, eternal. It stretches far and wide, a vast expanse that mirrors the sky, yet carries within it a message as old as time itself. This is your home. Remember it, protect it. Every wave that breaks against the shore, every tide that rises and falls, is a reminder of connection. Connection to the land, to the people, and to the enduring legacy that defines a nation. The call of the sea is a call to courage, to vigilance, and to unwavering devotion. It whispers to every soul that the home it embraces is sacred, not simply for its beauty, but for the history, struggle, and life it sustains. The sea has witnessed the countless stories of sacrifice and triumph. It has carried ships of hope, borne silent witness to battles, and cradled generations who have relied on its bounty. To hear its call is to recognize that the land and the waters are inseparable in shaping identity. The shorelines, the ports, the waters that stretch beyond sight. All these are threads in the tapestry of home. To forget them is to lose a part of oneself. To remember them is to understand the depth of one's responsibility, the breadth of one's duty, and the weight of the legacy entrusted to every heart. There is a rhythm to the sea, a pulse that mirrors life itself. Its waves rise and fall, reminding that challenges are inevitable, that storms will come, and that patience and strength are essential. Yet the call of the sea is never one of despair, it is one of purpose. It tells that home is worth every sacrifice, that the protection of what is sacred requires vigilance, and that loyalty is not passive. It is action steadfast and resolute. Every ripple, every surge, every roar of the ocean carries the message. Stand firm, guard what is yours, honor what has been given. The sea teaches humility as much as courage. It reminds that home is larger than any single life, that the legacy of generations is vast, and that each contribution, no matter how small, is essential in keeping the spirit of home alive. It is a teacher of endurance, illustrating that storms pass, waves recede, and those who remain steadfast inherit strength and honor. Its call is both a warning and an inspiration. A call to rise above fear, to embrace duty without hesitation, and to anchor oneself in the eternal truth of home. To heed the call of the seas, to embrace a broader understanding of responsibility. It is to recognize that home is not merely land, but a union of all that sustains life, earth, water, and air. It is to understand that identity is tied not only to where one stands, but also to the forces that nurture and protect. Every heart that listens to the sea carries within it a compass, a sense of purpose, and an unbreakable connection to the land it defines. In its vastness lies clarity, in its persistence lies courage, and in its call lies the reminder that home is a treasure, eternal and unyielding. To remember the sea is to remember that protection is not an option, it is a duty. Its voice is a rhythm that resonates with every heartbeat, echoing across generations. This is your home. Stand for it. Guard it, cherish it. Never forget it, home is never the work of a single soul. It is the creation of many hearts, many hands, and countless shared dreams. To remember home is to remember that unity is its greatest strength, that the land thrives not because of individuals alone, but because of the collective spirit that binds its people together. Every village, every city, every community is a testament to this truth. When hearts are united, obstacles become opportunities, challenges become lessons, and adversity becomes a forge in which courage and resilience are tempered. Unity is the lifeblood of home. Without it, the foundation weakens, and without it, the spirit falters. The power of unity is quiet yet undeniable. It is the invisible thread that weaves together generations, connecting the past to the present and the present to the future. It is the shared understanding that each person's actions ripple outward, affecting the safety, prosperity, and dignity of all. When individuals stand together, the land itself stands taller, its voice stronger, and its legacy unshakable. Every act of cooperation, every gesture of solidarity, every moment of mutual respect reinforces the strength of home, echoing the truth that together, nothing can break what is rooted in love, honor, and loyalty. Unity is also a shield. It is the barrier against forces that seek to divide, weaken, or destroy. History bears witness to countless trials in which communities faltered when fraction prevailed when united. To remember home is to remember this lesson. The bonds between people are as vital as the soil beneath their feet. The strength of a nation, the endurance of a people, and the preservation of culture all rest upon the principle that unity transforms vulnerability into power, chaos into order, and fear into courage. But unity is not simply the absence of division. It is the presence of shared purpose. It is a commitment to common goals, values, and dreams. It is the recognition that each life matters, that every contribution carries weight, and that loyalty to home is expressed through collaboration, protection, and mutual support. When the land calls, it does not call to one. To hear that call and act upon it is to honor the principle that together, hearts and hands can safeguard what alone would be at risk. Unity also fosters pride. When individuals see themselves as part of a collective, they see the reflection of their own identity in the triumphs of others. They understand that success is shared, that courage is multiplied, and that the strength of roots lies not only in depth but in connection. Every community that stands together sends a message to the world. This home is guarded by loyalty, nurtured by collaboration, and sustained by unwavering solidarity. To remember the power of unity is to embrace responsibility beyond oneself. It is to recognize that home is not merely a personal sanctuary, but a shared legacy, a communal treasure, and a bond that transcends individual ambitions. When hearts and minds align, the land flourishes, courage grows, and the spirit of home becomes immortal. In unity lies the promise that no storm, no challenge, and no adversary can ever diminish the strength of those who stand together, bound by love, honor, and unwavering devotion to their homeland. Home is built not only on dreams, but on sacrifices, countless quiet and often unseen sacrifices that span generations. It is the quiet, steady power that ensures that home is never abandoned, never forgotten, never compromised. Resolve is born from conviction. It is forged in the understanding that the land, the people, and the heritage entrusted to every generation are worth every sacrifice, every effort, and every moment of vigilance. To remember home is to embrace this truth, that no matter the trials faced, no matter the weight of adversity, the soul that is bound to its homeland will stand unbroken. Every storm becomes a test, every challenge a measure of commitment, and every hardship a reminder that strength is not merely physical. It is moral, spiritual, and eternal. The strength of resolve also manifests in courage. To defend what is sacred, to nurture what is precious, and to endure when all seems lost requires more than bravery. It requires an unwavering dedication to purpose. To remember home is to internalize this principle that fear may come, but it will never conquer those who understand the magnitude of their duty. It is to recognize that true strength lies not in the absence of danger, but in the ability to stand firm despite it, to act decisively when needed, and to remain loyal when tested. Resolve is also sustained by pride. Pride in roots, pride in legacy, pride in the sacrifices of generations past. These are the fuels that empower the soul to face adversity without hesitation. To remember home is to recognize that each heartbeat carries the echo of courage. Each breath carries the weight of responsibility, and each action reflects the values and honor of those who have come before. This is the strength of resolve, the ability to translate pride and memory into action, to transform love into vigilance, and to turn devotion into enduring protection. Strength of resolve does not waver in isolation. It grows in unity. When hearts, minds, and souls are aligned in purpose, resolve becomes unstoppable. Challenges that might overwhelm a single person are met with courage by a united people. The very essence of home is fortified when each individual carries within themselves the determination to protect, uphold, and cherish what has been entrusted. To remember home is to understand that personal resolve is inseparable from collective resilience. Both are required to safeguard the land and its legacy. Ultimately, the strength of resolve is the heartbeat of loyalty. Because it ensures that home remains more than a memory. It ensures that it remains alive, thriving, and secure. To remember home is to nurture this resolve, to let it guide thoughts and actions, and to let it anchor the spirit against the tempests of life. Every challenge faced with courage, every sacrifice made with purpose, every act of devotion. These are the marks of resolve that ensure home endures, that pride endures, and that the legacy of love, courage, and honor lives on for generations to come. Home is more than a place. It is a sacred trust, a responsibility that carries weight beyond measure. To remember home is to understand that it's not merely a privilege to inhabit this land, but a solemn duty to protect, preserve, and honor it. Every hill, every river, every street, and every field holds the legacy of those who came before. And in that legacy lies a trust that cannot be broken. To hold this trust is to recognize that the continuity of life, culture, and identity depends on vigilance, loyalty, and unwavering commitment. This trust is both personal and collective. Each individual becomes a guardian, entrusted with the protection of what has been built, nurtured, and defended over countless generations. To forget it is to betray the sacrifices, the struggles, and the triumphs that define home. To honor it is to embrace responsibility with courage, patience, and a steadfast heart. The land's vitality depends on those who honor it, and the heartbeat of the nation is strongest when every individual stands in harmony with the collective purpose of preserving and defending what is sacred. To ignore this pulse is to disconnect from the essence of home. To embrace it is to synchronize oneself with the enduring life force of the nation. The nation's pulse also embodies pride. It is the quiet pride of knowing that one belongs to something greater than oneself. A legacy built on courage, sacrifice, and unwavering devotion. It is the pride that comes from understanding that every act of loyalty, every expression of courage, and every moment of perseverance contributes to a rhythm that has sustained the homeland through centuries. To remember home is to feel this pride in one's heart, to let it guide actions, and to allow it to ignite a sense of purpose that aligns personal destiny with the enduring strength of a nation. Ultimately, the pulse of a nation is eternal, unwavering, and undeniable. It beats in every heart that remembers, every soul that acts, and every life that dedicates itself to protecting the homeland. To honor this pulse is to honor the home itself, to become a part of the living rhythm of courage, pride, and duty, and to ensure that the heartbeat of the nation continues unbroken and unshakable for generations yet to come. Every pulse says the same words, echoing through time and space. This is my home. This is my pride. This is my responsibility. Miragar Hayad Rako. These words are not only a reminder, they are a call, a responsibility, and a pledge that demands action. To remember home is to do more than reflect. It is to commit, to stand firm, and to embody the values, courage, and loyalty that define the land and its people. Every heartbeat that carries this memory must translate it into purpose. Every thought must be accompanied by vigilance, and every life must honor the legacy entrusted to. Home is alive in those who protect it, and the promise of its endurance rests on the resolve and devotion of those who heed this call. Action begins in the heart. It begins with the understanding that the land is sacred, that the people are precious, and that the legacy inherited is a responsibility, not a possession. To remember home is to internalize that protection, care, and vigilance are not optional. They are essential. Every decision, every step, every act, no matter how small, contributes to the strength, honor, and continuity of the homeland. To honor home is to act with courage, to rise above fear, and to ensure that the sacrifices of the past are not in vain. This call extends beyond oneself. Home is not an individual possession, but a collective trust. To respond to it is to unite, to collaborate, and to support one another in safeguarding the shared heritage. It is to recognize that each person's contribution strengthens the whole, that every action matters, and that the enduring power of home lies in the commitment of all its people. To remember home is to accept this responsibility, to live with integrity, and to ensure that loyalty is expressed through concrete deeds, not merely words. Action also demands vigilance. The land, its people, and its legacy must be watched over, nurtured, and defended. Threats, challenges, and trials are inevitable, but those who carry the memory of home are equipped to face them with courage and determination. To heed the call is to remain steadfast, to act with unwavering purpose, and to safeguard the future against complacency or neglect. Every gesture of dedication, every moment of courage, every choice to stand firm contributes to the living legacy of the homeland The ultimate call is one of continuity. To remember home is to ensure that essence, values, and strength are passed forward without compromise.